Okay.
Shanti, what is the difference between our subjective experiences of the world and our quote-unquote objective
Objective.
experiences?
All the scientists, just this thing, all the scientists are doing objective research. If somebody found electricity, okay, so once they found the electricity, it is available to everyone, anyone. They just know how to turn on the switch. That is objective research. Subjective research is you are involved. So all the yogis in India did subjective research. They used their body and mind as their laboratory and found out all secrets of life. Karl Marx, who is the founder of quantum physics, was 1944.
Max Planck.
Max Planck. That is what he writes. This is what he wrote. I'm putting in the new book. He wrote that though we do all the research, but we are part of it, we are not including our part. So I'm comparing quantum physics and Vedanta philosophy. Vedanta philosophy is complete. Quantum physics brings research that helps us to validate the principle, but it doesn't teach subjective experience. What means somebody does all the quantum research or scientific research, they become outsider. They can find all the invention, but mentally they may feel stress, they may be worries. All the research won't help. So, subjective experience, all the yogis wrote that you experience yourself. It's not quantum physics, world is illusion, but you see for yourself. So it is benefiting yourself. And they give the technique. See, quantum physics, they do the research. They don't give you tools. If they give the tools, then you do the research again, They give you some understanding. Yogis who found that subjective experience of God, they describe it, Patanjali described eightfold path. Buddha described eightfold path. Christ taught, love. Muhammad said one God. All the great prophet, they taught the path where you are involved in prayer or anything. So you are part of the whole thing. So when doing research, we are part of the whole thing. So quantum physics says we are part of it. And all these people who are doing research, and I study them, and they're just so much busy giving programs showing, like a DNA, we can change our DNA and do all these things. But I'm taking personally, if I can DNA, I can change. With meditation, I want to change my DNA. I don't worry about the researchers, So this is what is subjective and objective. Does it make sense? So our practice is subjective. Don't worry if somebody teaches this and that and promises. So many people, all commercial people, they just pay $1,000 and I teach you meditation. $1,000 and you learn this, learn about nutrition. They don't teach you. They don't awaken you. They only tell you to follow. Do this, do this. Pay this money, you can eat everything and lose the weight. This path teaches you why. Why do you need to lose weight? Why do you need to eat certain food and not certain food? Why you need to fast? Once you understand, then it becomes very, very easy. Okay. So subjective. So like all the books like I read, just so many big volumes, but then you read and read, you get lost into it. I just extract the essence. And once you extract the essence, then you can meditate on it. So I'm bringing those things. So Patanjali Yoga Sutra, there are many, many volumes written. I wrote down the essence of it. Really what he's talking about. So but people get in the words, when you get in the words or belief or you belong to certain belief. I don't belong to any belief. I ask people to ask any challenging question. And if I'm wrong, I would change. I'm willing to change. Right? But if I'm right, then it affirms what I'm teaching. So I'm leaving it open. So instead of telling somebody to do this, do this, do that, I say experiment and find out for yourself. And if you need help, I can assist you. But you have to find out for yourself. But how many people follow that? Most people follow masses, follow religion, follow guru, follow a certain path, the tradition. Even within tradition, there is tradition. People are stuck on macrobiotic diet. People are stuck on vegan diet. People are, on one kind of meditation, or one kind of group.
I like what the Dalai Lama says. He
Yes,
says, I have no religion. My religion is kindness.
yes,
That's always something to always remember.
yes. So my religion is experience. Yes, personal experience. Nothing can substitute. Others' experience you learned. But this path is a lonely path. You have to make your own trail. You cannot follow someone. You can use guidance and assistance. Everyone is different. Look at all the billions of people. How many billion? 10 billion people in the world? Yeah. There are no two people alike. Even twins, they look alike. There is some difference. Fingerprints are not alike and different. Everyone's mind is different. So you can see. So we have our own path. We cannot follow blindly.
It's like the Native Americans believe that they didn't have a religion, but they believed that whether you were with your spouse or not, when you woke in the morning, you gave your own unspoken orisons to the Creator, and you took your turn, and your spouse took her turn, because it was for you. It was your personal relationship with them, with the Great Spirit or with God.
Yes.
You can't do it for someone else.
Yes.
It's just you and him, and it's the other, and your spouse.
So this is direct connection with God, and his personal connection. But tradition, like just church, synagogue, Hindu temples, Buddhist temple, all this mechanical. You recite, you don't get the spark, but you have to do it. So it doesn't encourage that personal contact. So this just becomes tradition. Most of the religion is more like social thing. The Hindu gathering, just yesterday there was something. I don't go there because I don't derive anything. I can offer something, nobody wants to hear it. They just on different paths, so what can I do? I'm available to teach. They don't want to listen because I think people feel threatened. They have to change their lifestyle. So people do what they like to do, and they like to believe the philosophy that is convenient. Okay, so they want to follow. They don't want to use any effort. So they want to justify what they are doing. So anyone you try to change, you will find out they will do it. They will justify what they are doing is right. If somebody is drinking, they will justify why they are drinking. They're smoking, they say they will justify that they're smoking. People find so many ways to defend themselves so they don't need to change. This is why so many negative people, if you try to be straightforward, you will be in trouble. So what you do is, I don't give advice unless somebody is ready, and I just give the hint. This is the direction. But people don't like bitter truth. If you want the ultimate truth, know thyself. That's only one sentence.
Back to the point where we first started talking about where couples argue. A lot of the times, the only reason why they argue is so they can make up.
Yes, yes. So fighting and love. So that is their outcome. They have nothing better to do. I do so many consultations. This is the case. Why don't you divorce, or why don't you separate? They're afraid to. What are you afraid of? They don't question. Okay. So
So it's just the memories replaying, right?
Yes. Yeah.